We often think that elections have a major impact on the stock market, at least I used to think so. And that is when I asked my teammate Satya if the statement holds any truth. She did some digging and gave me some amazing statistical numbers which not only surprised me but also busted the myth. Let me share that stats with you. Hello everyone, I'm Asta Khurana and welcome to Zerodha Varsity videos. To start with, we looked at 5 elections, from alliances in 1999 to 2009 and majority wins in 2014 and 19. We have divided this video in 3 halves. First, we will talk about the impact of elections on stock market before the result is announced, how the stock market reacts on the day the result is announced, and what happens after the results are announced. So let's begin. So the first thing that we noticed was that before the results are announced, there is a spike in volatility which is represented by India VIX. But mind you, as soon as the results are announced, this volatility index starts to calm down. And this we saw in the year 2009, 2014 and in the year 2019. Now moving on, let's understand what happens on the day when the result is announced. You'll be surprised to know that in neither of these election dates when the results are announced, there is any rally that has been seen in the stock market. But yes, we do have an exception, that is the year 2009. Now we need to understand that why 2009 is an exception year, because 2008 was the year when there was a stock market crash. So 2009 was actually recovering from this crash. That is why we could see some spike. Also, there was something unusual that happened in the year 2009 which did not happen in rest of the election dates when they were announced. All election results were announced on weekdays. That is why stock market had a reaction accordingly. But in the year 2009, the result was actually announced on a weekend, which if I'm not wrong was a Saturday. And the stock market rallied 17%, but that happened on Monday, due to which there was a delayed reaction in the stock market. Now moving on to our third segment, which talks about what happens when a party comes to the power and how stock market reacts to that. To which we actually looked at 1-year returns from the date the results were announced. And the surprising thing is that the market reacts as usual, the way it performs. There were no anomalies that we could find out. But yes, there is one exception in this case as well. 2009 again, it had a good recovery because it was recovering from the crash of 2008, and there was another exception which was the year 2019, because as we all know, 2020 was the year for COVID and we could see the impact on the stock market. Lastly, I had one more question. Will it make a difference to the stock market if the government which is coming to power comes with a majority win? We actually had 3 majority win to analyze this data: 1984, 2014 and the year 2019. So the market did show some momentum leading up to the elections. For example, the year 2014. It had become clear that BJP might come to power and stock market had actually discounted that news and we could see some rally a quarter before. However, the returns after the results are announced are not quite impressive. But here also perhaps we have an outlier, and that is the year 1984.
When Rajiv Gandhi became Prime Minister, his party had a landslide win in elections soon after Indira Gandhi was assassinated.
You see, 1984 was the year when former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was assassinated, and that is why stock market was impacted because of that. So, there you have it. It's reasonable to expect some price movements in the stock market before the election results are announced, so be prepared. Nonetheless, all of it happens in short term. Whatever data we have discussed right now does not have any impact on the long-term basis. Short-term volatility is a natural part of investing, and focusing on it can lead to impulsive decisions. So here's the key takeaway. Elections are a temporary events, but your investments are for a longer haul. So don't let these small fluctuations in the market derail you from your strategy. Believe in your strategy, believe in your investment plans, and that is what will help you succeed in your financial goal. I hope you like this video. See you in the next one. Thank you so much.